Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back again with the Stanley parable, and I have a little prize. Prize! Look at my bucket! And today, the reason why I am making this stream bucket base is because most of the endings that I have left, most of the unique endings I have left, revolve around the bucket. There is one or two more endings that aren't bucket based that I want to, like, try out, and I'll try that out first, and then I'll start on the bucket ones. Bucket could asset bill given to me. But anyways, so I think I'll go ahead and start. So I am definitely going to be focusing on the bucket endings today, hence Bucket Coon. And if there's any audio or lag issues, let me know, because I've been having stutters all day and I have no
This is the
idea
story of a man named
why.
Stanley.
So, oops, let's skip this, because we've seen that before. Bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Alright,
it mean?
and so
Stanley decided to go to the meeting
I
room.
have
Perhaps he had
a
simply missed a
list
memo.
of the endings pulled up that I'm going to be referencing back to, so I can keep an eye on which endings I need to go to. And still, wait, I thought the store was supposed to be open. Anyways.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So, what happened to the new content door? Did it restart once I... How do I get the sequel ending going back up? Huh. Well, we might not need a... Well, we might not be able to do that ending right now. So I'm actually gonna restart, and I will be trying out some... Oh, hey Kenna! Oh, nice to see you, Kenna!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
And
mean?
so I will go back to
Stanley decided to go to
completing
the
the bucket
meeting room.
endings,
Perhaps
actually.
he had simply missed a memo.
Because
The good
I'm
old
so
bucket.
sad.
Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together.
So I remember, so this store used to lead to a new content room. I don't know why it doesn't anymore. Hello, I'm going to bed, but good luck with the stream.
Stanley
Oh,
clutched the bucket
well, thank you for
tightly to
popping
his
in and
chest
saying hi,
and entered
Kenna.
the
I
door
really
on his
appreciate it.
left.
Have a good night and sleep well. Bucket Coon, let's go. I know, let's go. Bucket Coon, my favorite bucket. Alright,
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort
one
now
ending.
more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
We've been through this
You can
already.
feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's coming to a
I'm
staircase.
sorry for being in
Stanley and the
Scotland.
bucket
I will
walked
stay through one
upstairs to the
stream.
boss's
No, you don't
office.
need to apologize. I really appreciate you just popping in. Actually, funny enough, Kenna, I used to follow your streams before we even like knew each other through Fiori. And so I thought it was really interesting because I had been following you since like February. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're a friend. Ink, not the closet, not the broom closet.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of
Oops,
any
I forgot to do
human
the
life.
glitch. Not the glitch,
Crushed
but the,
by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if
Oh,
not for
but
the
there
soothing
is an
presence
ending
of
that
the
I want to
bucket.
show
Even
Fons,
now,
because he
in his
wasn't
darkest
there.
but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I heard my
Was
name,
it that the
Fiori!
bucket knew all
Hi,
along?
Fiori!
Was the
I am
bucket
shocked to hear
guiding
that, but it's nice to meet
Yes,
you.
this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yeah, no, I was kind of following for a while because I really liked your voice and your content. I'm a very big simp for VTubers. Yeah. Fiori, hi, how are you doing? Thanks for popping in. I'm super
The
excited
elevator
this
raced
stream.
downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would
I just
be
have
all
to remember
Stanley
how to
could
get
do
through
to keep
every
himself
ending.
together, if not for the bucket.
Tennis famous, so it
Soothing
makes
him,
sense you know her
comforting
from
him,
before.
reassuring that in this
True,
darkest moment
true.
of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
The bucket is here for you. Everything will be fine. I'm not famous. I'm going to bed.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight
Have a
ahead
good
through the large
night,
door that read,
Kenna.
Mind Control Facility.
Wait, hold on. I think there's an ending I can actually access here. Hold on. Hold on. What's it gonna do if I Alright, I just fell off.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
Sleep well.
Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Oh.
It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Oh.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail.
Thank you.
All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable.
I'm depressing.
This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
That's amazing. Alright. Bucket
All of his co-workers
Bucket Kun, I'm coming back. Narrator is developing a character.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
True.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Oh, that's so cute.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We shall. There is a few more endings. There's a few more endings in the left end with the bucket that
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
I need the bucket's
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
And I
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Right. Oh my! Lonely Tree Heart, oh my god, thank you so much for the raid! Oh, thank you so much! I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god. Welcome. Oh, thank you for the follow, Captain Crazy. Ow, I hit my hand. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you so much. Welcome to my stream. I'm streaming the Stanley Parable, and we are doing all the bucket arcs right now. Kitty raid. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh, thank you so much for the raid. Y'all are too sweet. I'm trying to trigger this without...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of anything. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
How did your stream go?
Even now,
how was everything
in his
over
darkest
there
of
with
hours,
you?
did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark cloud that
I'm
Stanley
so shocked
guessed
I
the
don't know
correct
how to
code by sheer
react.
luck?
We do
Was it
got
the
a bucket.
knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Let's see here.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I don't know if I need to do any other endings past this area. I got a little stuck when I was trying to do the whole door thing. Antidote suggested you. Oh, oh, thank you for the follow, Bushido. Let's see, finish some art. Oh, I'll have to go check that out. You know, thank you so much for the raid. And I love Antinote. Antinote's such a sweetheart. He's such a good support. I love Anthony's
Stanley and the
art
bucket
and
walked straight
characters
ahead
and
through the
everything.
large door that
Oh,
read
thank you so much.
Mind Control Facility.
Oh, I don't know how to react. I'm just super thankful. Also, it's nice to see you again,
The lights
Antino.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
I wanna
horrible
go
secret
look at the
did this place
birds.
hold?
The bird
Stanley and the
ending.
bucket both
While
wondered
we're
to
at here,
themselves.
we need fan art of Luella and Bucket-kun. I was actually thinking about drawing Luella with Bucket-kun one day. Like, probably maybe this weekend when I get bored.
The monitors jumped to life,
because
and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket
I'm
in
not
shock.
gonna really have much to do this
Everyone
weekend.
in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley
The bucket
cradled it
nearly
gently,
burst into
reassuring
tears.
it that
That's so
everything
sad.
would be
My poor
fine.
Bucket-kun. My poor Bucket-kun, man.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No.
Had the bucket been told to do things
Poor
it didn't
Bucket-kun.
wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket.
You
He
know,
couldn't
I think it's
accept
kind
it.
of
His own
like
life in
weird
someone
how
else's
you only
control.
really see
Never!
two
He
like
squeezed
actual
the bucket
characters in the
tighter.
game.
His one
You
friend
have
in the
Stanley and then you
entire
have that
world.
Mirabelle girl.
At this point,
and like
he
she
could
only
trust
appears at the
no
end of
one
one of the endings.
except for
You
the
don't see
bucket.
anybody else. I feel like it makes it really lonely. But there was like a lot of in the last episode, if you didn't see.
But here was the proof. The heart of the
In the
operation.
last episode, if you didn't
Controls
see
labeled
or
with
hear,
emotions, happy
the
or
narrator
sad or
mentioned
content.
that
Walking, eating,
Stanley
working,
was like
all
a
of it
figment of
monitored
their own
and commanded from
imagination.
this very place.
So they're really two
And as
people.
the cold reality
There
of his
is that
past
baby.
began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
No, we
But
won't.
at the last second, the bucket jumped in and
and
pressed the
pressed the
button to
button.
turn on the controls.
Oh my
Stanley
gosh.
gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Naughty
How
Bucket-kun.
could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Bucket betrayal.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video
I
of
love
silly
those.
birds
Or is
after
this all a
another,
dream and
then
they're
it
just
dawned on
narrating
him.
our dream?
This wasn't a mind control facility at
There's
all.
like
It
my
was a facility for
my
monitoring
friend,
and
so
surveilling
Kenna, a
silly
different
birds
Kenna than the one we were
all
talking
over
to
the
earlier.
world. The mind
She
controls were only a facade
like she had a
to
theory
disguise
that
its true
maybe
intentions.
the bucket is the
bucket
main
knew this all
character. In this
along.
episode, the bucket
Stanley
is the main
marveled at the metal
character.
genius in his hand.
Like
The
I'm
one
just
who
a
had
side
pointed him
character at
towards
this
this
point.
incredible discovery.
Oh,
Stanley and the
the
bucket never
penguins.
found freedom because they spent the rest
She had a
of their
theory
lives
that like
here in
we
this
were
place, living through
captured by
live
the
streams
narrator and
of
put
the
into a
silliest
maze.
birds imaginable.
And
Of all
we had to
the
get through the
possible
maze and
paths
like
his life could have
psychologically like
This
manipulated
one
by the narrator.
was surely the best.
Bucket-kun is the main character
And
always.
Stanley
You know,
was happy.
anytime that there's gonna be a stream that I have that has a bucket in it, like aside from this one, it's gonna stick, man. It's gonna stick. Like my
All of his
my
co-workers were
mascot
gone.
is Sprite.
What could it mean?
But
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
is it gonna be a
room.
bucket
good
now?
bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket,
Good
a
bucket, a
committed
strong
bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley
Oh,
clutched the bucket
dang
tightly
it,
to
I
his
meant to
chest
go
and
activate
entered
a
the door on his
computer.
left.
I really want to try doing the whole thing where I step in and step out like I did that time before.
Still no
If
one
I
was
can't do
here.
it, then I might
Stanley needed
restart
the bucket's warmth
because
and
there's no
comfort
other
now
ending that I
more than
really like
ever.
looking at.
Perhaps his boss's office was where
In
he'd
reality,
find
in this
answers.
facility, is this facility VR kind of game that tests your imagination?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and
would
the
be
bucket
really
walked
cool.
upstairs to the boss's
You know, they
office.
should have like a Stanley Parable in VR. I hiccup, sorry. Oh wait, no, there would be. If I get trapped again, there's one more.
Stepping in.
Okay. Alright, so then I think I just backtrack. So let's see here. Yeah, all the doors back would be open because they closed behind me, and so now they will be open again. They should be, at least, if I didn't glitch out the game. And then I think this would lead to a different ending that I can... I don't know, it's super creepy when the narrator isn't here. I don't know if it's just me, but like I can't stand it when the narrators are talking. Like, then it makes me feel like I have to start talking to make up for it. I'm a streamer, I should be saying that. Oh yeah, then there's this whole... Oh? This is different. Okay, I mean, it's not that different, like I had to go up anyways. But they said that the escape, or not the escape, that the bucket ending in this route would be, or using the bucket, it'd be different. So I hope it's like unique or something like that. Alien bucket. That'd be amazing if it was an alien bucket ending or something like that. It's eerie, man. It's so eerie with its being quiet. I think it stops at 760, maybe. I don't remember clearly. 758. Or did it stop at a different number? I hope it stops at 760. It would be really kind of droning if it didn't. But anyways, how are you all doing today? How's everybody doing? All my peeps. I'm gonna walk backwards so that I can tell if I'm moving away. Okay, it's like dark, alright. Turn around and it's just pitch black. It's kind of creepy. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Why do you gotta do me like that? Okay, there we go. Here's the escape pod. Hello again, madam. Hi, CJ. Fury says, I'm doing good, Luella. Oh, that's so good. I'm glad you're doing well. Love your cozy streams. Aw, I miss your streams. When are you gonna be streaming again? Do you have a schedule posted already? I need to check the Discord to make sure to see if you have a schedule posted. Ink says, I'm doing alright, just vibing with the bucket. That's good. Why? I was like stroking the bucket. Did you see that? I'm just like petting the bucket. Oh my god, why is this sad? Alright. So... caresses the bucket. I usually stream Tuesday to Thursday, but sometimes on weekends. Oh, nice. That's great. I'll try and remember that, because I have the horrible memory. And I think I've asked you like 8 times. Like, when do you stream? Oh yeah, oh my gosh, this was another stream.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Bucket-kun!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket-kun? Top 10 anime portrayers imagine streaming. Oh my god, we let the bucket go free. Is the bucket not gonna come anymore? Oh my god, the whiteboard ending. Oh my god. Hold on, will the bucket come back? Is the bucket not actually coming back? Wait, I need the bucket. I need the bucket.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Alright, wait, but I need the bucket for the endings. Wait, and so that just means... Do I restart? Hope maybe?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Sure.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
I actually, so I know this is going to kind of go out of play, but I'm going to restart the game real quick because I need the bucket. Okay, there we go. Also, okay, I need to reactivate the computers as well.
All of his
That's
co-workers
another
were gone.
one.
What could it mean?
It
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I'm trying
a
to
memo.
put the acoustic form on my wall by holding it 10 minutes and my arm is tired. Oh, I'm so sorry. Replacement bucket! No, bucket is actually gone. No, we got a replacement. No, a replacement bucket. Oh no.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Oh, not to lose is this? He called me a dote. Oh my god, that's so rude. Alright, I'm gonna do the ending
the bucket tightly to his chest
where I go up and down the
entered
elevator
door
a
on his
lot,
left.
and it's like when it pisses off the how could you, Luella? I sent
Still
him
no
to
one
his
was here.
home. I sent
Stanley
him to
needed
space.
the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than
Called
ever.
me a dope.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
So
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
Alright,
walked
I'm
upstairs
sorry,
to
I'm
the
gonna
boss's
rush.
office.
I gotta rush. I gotta do this. I wanna try and get through like 99% of this, like all the
Stepping
endings.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
2,
indication
8,
of any
4,
human life.
7, 8, 4,
But
5.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
He did know.
Was the bucket guiding him?
Oh, okay. I was like, it's so
This is
dark.
certainly the most
Narrator-san,
logical
shut up. You
explanation.
made us do it. I know. It wasn't my fault. I sent him back to his home. Crap. So is this still Bucket-kun? Is this still Bucket-kun now, or is it a different... It's a different bucket, so is it... What should we rename it? F this, I'm done. No, I'm so sorry, CJ, that you're having a rough time.
Wait,
It's not
Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up?
Bucket
When I was
Kun
pressing
too.
those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Oh,
The bucket said
what if
nothing.
I press the number 3? Dollar store bucket. It's not the same bucket. No. So, how was your day? My day is good. I spent it drawing a new outfit for my character, actually. Not the entire day, but a good portion of it. And messing...
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He
Because
took the bucket over to the keypad and began
it won
absolutely
the
slamming
Twitter
on the
poll
number
a
3
few
over
like weeks
and
ago,
over and
or like
over.
a week or so ago, and I decided to like start like actually finishing the outfit, and I did finish it. And so next week, whenever I start rigging my child's, my VTuber child's avatar, I'll start rigging my new outfits as well.
Perhaps the
New
bucket
outfit
had missed
pod.
something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Wait, do I have to press it multiple times? Oh, maybe I should go try that next. Is that a bucket on your head? Can I? Yes. This is Bucket-kun. Oh,
No, said Stanley to
I'm
the bucket.
sad
You
because
can't
we
go
sent
on
we
yet.
sent the bucket
Not
out
till you
into
understand
space,
how much the number
and
3
then it
means
became
to
a
me.
replacement
You and I
bucket.
have been through so much together,
That
and I
means a
just
lot.
want you to
Oh,
see what
thank you so
I
much for
see.
the follow,
Feel
Gore.
the happiness I feel. He smiled at
So
the
have you
bucket.
checked Farmer's
And the
Delight?
bucket
I
said
haven't messed
nothing.
with Minecraft recently. I was planning on doing it next time I checked out Minecraft, but I haven't messed with it, so sorry. No, I haven't. Not yet. Yeah, no, so it's no longer Bucket-kun. Like,
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll
Bucket-kun
really show you.
2.0?
He ran to the number 3
Maybe?
and began to
Bucket-chan?
wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion.
Unfollowed. Wow,
He
Kenna.
wielded the
You're my
number
mod,
3
you can't
like
do
a
that.
fine
It's
artist
illegal.
would wield a
You can't stay long,
paintbrush.
but I just want
He
to say your
told
model's so
stories
cute.
through the
Oh,
number
thank you
3,
so much,
stories of
Core.
his dreams
Thank you
and
for
hopes
stopping
and
by, even if you
fears.
can't
The
stay
whole
long. I
time,
really
he looked
appreciate
to
the
his bucket
visit.
for
You know, I
a
hope you have a
reaction of
good
some
day or
kind.
night or whatever
Anything
time
to
it
let
is.
him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing.
There's this
The
whole
bucket
monologue
conveyed
going
absolutely
on,
nothing at all.
and I wasn't paying attention.
Only
Look,
silence.
I gotta fix this BRB.
Crushed
Okay,
by a
CJ,
wave
take
of
your time.
dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Auntie Note, is this one of your friends? Or are you saying one of your other friends, or is there just a passerby that happens to be just really sweet?
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another.
No.
Why suddenly
No.
could the bucket
Oh.
not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator.
Ruminate the whole way
He
down.
knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend.
This
Surely
isn't
there was a
Bucket-kun
solution,
anymore,
mustn't there
though.
be?
This is a different bucket. Or just like Luella's tendencies. Wow. A friend, but I didn't bring her here. Aw. Well, it's nice to meet one of your other friends, and
Stanley
I still
and the bucket
appreciate you
walked straight
stopping by,
ahead through
Gore.
the large door that
Why
read,
didn't you
Mind
at
Control
Antinote?
Facility.
Antinote brought an army, actually. Antinote, so I got a raid earlier, and Antinote's suggestion, at Antinote's suggestion, which I am very thankful for. So I made it on my own because model's so pretty. Oh my god. Ah! Thank you so much. You're gonna make me blush.
Said Stanley. I know what to do.
Okay, you gotta pass.
I know how to fully express this feeling in my
Senpai
heart.
is big sis.
He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing
this
the
ending
number
led to a
3
press
over and over.
conference.
He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive.
Can we save Bucket-kun? I don't
then
know,
the Bucket
because
this
isn't Bucket-kun anymore. Have a great stream. Oh, thank you, Gore. You have a good day or night or whatever time it is, you know.
And it would be
Thank
through
you
the
for stopping
public
by.
eye that the
Thank
Bucket
you for
would
saying my
finally
mom was pretty. You're
understand
making me
Stanley's work.
blush.
For months,
We
he
need to come up with
advertised
a new
and
name for
marketed
this
his
bucket
press
because this
conference,
isn't
building
Bucket-kun
excitement
anymore.
around it, developing
So do we
and
keep a
rehearsing it
Bucket-kun
until it
2.0
couldn't be
or like
refined a
something
single
else?
measure
Vic's
further.
only here for a little bit. I gotta
When
take
the
an
big day
exam shortly.
arrived,
Oh damn,
Stanley was
that's
as prepared
good luck.
as he'd ever
I
been
expect that it's
for
probably.
anything in his life.
I've been like talking over the narrator, but like I expect it's probably a midterm, and midterms are always stressful. So you know, good
This
luck
was
on
it.
that.
One last chance to win the Bucket over.
Stanley and the Bucket
One
aren't agreeing anymore
opportunity
because
to
it's
share
not
a
the same
true
Bucket.
connection with a
Yeah,
loved one.
that's true. We don't have a connection anymore. He shall be called Gerald. It's a final, yeah. Damn. Good luck on that. I know finals are stressful. And we shall name him Gerald.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
I haven't been paying attention. I didn't realize this was about the number 3.
Uninteresting. He was a
Tech
failure. And
No,
in that
Gerald.
moment, Stanley knew the Bucket would never again take
I'll
him
have a
seriously.
poll. I'll make a
There
poll
would
on
be no
Instagram
connection,
or
no
Twitter
deeper
later, and I'll be
understanding.
like, which one do y'all
The
choose?
Bucket merely
Gerald
sat there in his
or
arms, indifferent.
TK?
And so
What
it
is it?
began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space
what it
between
really means
friends.
press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
Stanley,
Oh my god.
having for once in his life
Pronounced
discovered the warmth
imposter?
and comfort of true companionship, was cast back
And
into
you're the queen of
unremarkable
memes, I
normalcy
swear.
of loneliness.
This all is because of the number 3. Like, imagine how dramatic you gotta be at that point. I love it. I live for it. Alright, so let's go press the other...
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped.
Alright, hold
Surely
on. I don't want to
was
make anybody
mistaken.
dizzy. So where is the other one at? It was number 19 to 20. Oh, it's this one. Yeah. I remember it was in this room. Alright, and we will go down.
The embrace of an old friend.
Narrator
a
really
withered
going through character
companionship
development. Our
that stands the
narrator's
test
working
of
hard on
time.
the story. We're just here talking about bucket names. That's the truth.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered. This was not the correct way to the
No.
meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Alright.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Mm-hmm.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
There
Was
is
this
that
better than the
ending
meeting
with
room?
the
Yes,
line
Stanley
and
thought
the
to
music
himself.
and
Yes,
whatever.
perhaps it truly was. How
I
insightful
will.
the
I want to
bucket
do that
turned
one
out to
again
be.
with the
No,
bucket.
never mind. The bucket
Bucket
was wrong.
No, the bucket
Stanley
is never
took
wrong.
the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Yeah. I will politely decline. I want to go down. Poor man is trying to do his job. He really is, and we're not letting him. The poor narrator.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the
This
bucket, but
mannequin
you're
scared the
spending
crap
too much
out of
time
me
with it.
in the
Don't
first
you want another
episode.
story involving the
I
adventure
made this
line?
really weird noise.
We could make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh,
Confusion
and
on
it
your
played
face
some
as you're
silly
trying to
music as
develop
well.
what's happening. I was very confused.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I'm gonna have to give something up. It better not be the bucket. It better not be the bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
A fever high? It feels like it.
Is the Bucket Destroyer.
No. No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
No, the Bucket Destroyer.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
It's impossible.
And then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
You're not a real bucket. Wait, what?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
I don't know
Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
So I feel this is how I feel my final can be submitted by midnight.
You had so much potential.
We were going to do such marvelous things with you,
tell such spellbinding stories about you, all of it squandered.
I think we did.
Now.
I think we did die.
Goodbye, new friend.
Wow.
For the moment in time
I really
that
did try putting the bucket into the thing too.
Magnificent.
I just didn't want to go. Is this hell? I don't know. It feels like it. Bucket hell. We lost Bucket Coon, and we have this imposter bucket, so it does feel like hell. Alright. So
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed...
I'm pretty sure
the bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
No, it's not a replacement.
In time, perhaps, he would become both of those
It doesn't
things.
feel like Bucket Coon, though, which makes me sad.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
And I have to go get the computer in there. I think the bucket died too. We need a third name. We Harold. Wait, was I pronouncing?
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth
Gerald
and comfort now
was it
more
Gerald
than
and
ever.
Harold
Perhaps
and
his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
We can agree
Coming
on
to a
that
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright. I have to write that down real quick so that I don't forget. Harold. Hold on 1 second. I can't spell. Harold. H-A-R... Yeah, it's H-A-R-H. Harold. Harold. Gerald. Harold Bucket Coon. Take up. Series 3, 2, 1. Alright. And then, is there any more endings over here? No, I think I'm just gonna restart and then I'm gonna go and activate the other computer because it's not Stanley's computer yet. It is... The phone's ringing.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work.
Pick up his bucket
The purpose
backwards.
of this message is to warn
Oh
you
my
about
God,
the dangers
Ink.
of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are
I
listening
didn't
to a
realize
recorded
that.
message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
The narrator isn't talking. Where's the narrator at?
Not everyone is so lucky to have a
Oh,
bucket,
there he is.
but Stanley
You guys
is a
are
very
such
lucky
donuts.
fellow.
Oh my god.
Very
McKenna,
lucky.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it. Me and Ink are offended. Can we get rid of Kenna? Sadly, oh, what the... Like, make Kenna vanish. She's my most reliable
It
friend.
takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Alright. This is weird. Okay, this is
Stanley
weird.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the
That's
correct
my whole
way to the
joke.
meeting
I'm
room,
highly
but
valued.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
Hey,
employee
I'm sorry. I
lounge
can't
was simply
handle
the
jokes
place to
very well.
be.
I am a little too, like, my brain lags.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this
I'm
better
sorry,
than the meeting
it just
room?
went whoosh. Hey,
Yes,
look.
Stanley thought to himself.
Ink
Yes, perhaps it truly
thinks quicker
was.
than I do.
How
Ink was able
insightful
to
the
figure it
bucket-
out.
No,
The joke is like
never
buying a
mind.
Nissan Juke. It
Bucket
doesn't
was
make
wrong.
sense.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I shall not. So, let's see.
No, said the bucket.
No.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Don't
Go
go to the
somewhere
meeting
else.
room.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
No.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw
I'm a
himself
car
to his
nerd, so you
death,
probably don't
that they might die
understand.
in one
I
another's
don't,
arms.
but
How
my
deeply
brother is a
touching.
car nerd, and he'd probably think that was funny. What's going on? Why does it feel weird? Hold on. Like,
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate.
why is it like why can't
Stanley
I
clutched the bucket
go back
tightly
into
to his
my
chest. This
office?
was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was
Did
simply
you just
the
commit
place to
die?
be.
Yes, I did.
And here it was.
No,
Had the
I
bucket
do.
turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
The Nissan Jeep
Yes,
is
Stanley
crossover
thought to
developed by
himself.
Nissan.
Yes, perhaps
Its looks
it
were made
truly
fun of.
was.
All the called the
How
Nissan
insightful
cute.
No, never mind.
I like that.
The bucket was wrong.
Oh, never mind. The bucket was.
Stanley took the door on his left to
Gotcha,
go back to the meeting
gotcha.
room.
Some of these car
No,
designs
said
have
the
gotten
bucket.
extremely weird.
Don't
Plus,
go
he
to
had
the
just a bunch
meeting
of
room.
issues
Go
getting
somewhere
over.
else.
A Shrek
The
Nissan,
cargo
so
lift,
Albator,
yes.
screw
Go
Nissan.
there. Go to
Oh.
the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket... But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest
Some
friend.
cars are unreliable.
So he threw
yeah,
himself to
finding
his
that.
death,
Their CVT
that they might die in
transmission
one another's
suck.
arms. How deeply touching.
Yeah, my brother has been having a lot of issues with his Nissan, and like he'll be having a good day, and then okay, thank God it's normal. Can I leave and come back from my room? Okay, yeah.
All
That
of
was...
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait, but
Stanley
then...
decided
okay,
to go to
hold
the
on
meeting
1 second.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, the heaven ending is an ending you can do with the bucket. But I can't access the heaven ending if it closes every time I come near it. There, GP is having O2 issues. Yes.
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Can I really, like, not access that? Alright. Okay. Alright, well, we're not gonna worry about that ending then. We'll go upon the next one. So let's go do the wife one. The one where the wife
Stanley
is weird.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
My parents had a Rogue and then they
door
traded
on
for a
his lap.
Kia Sportage because unreliability of Nissan. I used to have a Nissan Rogue. It was a little white car.
This was not the correct
And
way
I
to the
called her
meeting room,
target
but Stanley
because
had felt
she
the
kept
bucket
getting
calling
hit.
to him,
She
telling
kept
him
getting
that
like
the employee
beamed up and
lounge
hit.
was simply the place to be.
Whenever I was
And
a
here it was.
teenager,
Had the
that's
bucket turned
I
out to be
drove my
correct?
car.
No,
I drove the
never
Nissan.
mind. The bucket was wrong.
Wait, was it a
Stanley
Versa?
took the door on his left.
No, it was a
to go
Nissan
back to the
Versa, not a
meeting room.
Nissan Rogue. Sorry, my mom had a Rogue. I had a Nissan Versa, and
No,
said the
I
bucket.
kept getting hit by other
don't go
cars.
to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
I like how
said the
Kenna and
bucket.
Ink were just talking
Now
about
ride the
cars
lift
now.
all the way to the top.
That's amazing.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Alright, so I just looked up what the bucket ending in the heaven was, and apparently it's
In
unaccessible.
here.
Said the bucket.
Go
Frontier
into this
hasn't
dark room
changed in
over
so
here.
long.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
I like the voice he gave the bucket. It's just like this like measling chat.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
We can go about life together. Oh my god, it's the bucket my wife now. Is there gonna be another jump scare? I keep looking at your model, thinking pretty. Oh, thank you so much.
This is the sad story of a man named
Is there
Stanley
anything
and
specific
his
that you would
bucket.
rather me call you
Once
instead
upon a
of saying
time,
the
I gave
full
Stanley a
lonely tree
bucket
heart?
because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
Thank you so
And then,
much. I worked
very
really hard on her.
distressingly, he began to
How do
believe
you
the
like
bucket
it?
could speak to him.
Oh, this is nice. I wasn't paying attention. What did you tell me to do? Lonely? Alright. I can call you that. Right? And then what? What do I do now? What do I do here? I don't have a bucket. Bucket! There we go. Hello Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press that to take me to work with you. Oh, okay.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to
Tree heart
provide
is
the
also
comforting
okay.
glow of
Gotcha.
companionship. It doesn't literally
Gotcha,
talk and
gotcha.
give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Oh, it's in the office. Oh, I can't access it. Take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't
No,
think.
it's not
it
just
can't
a
talk.
bucket.
All it would
It's
ever
my
truly do
bucket.
for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything
That's a
else.
whole mood, McKenna. I do try and take interest in vehicle stuff, but the best I can. Vehicle stuff the best I can, but I'm still a vehicle illiterate. I got really lucky that Fonz isn't into vehicles because that means I don't need to learn a lot about their technical stuff, but then at the same time it makes me feel guilty because I know my brother and my dad have been trying to teach me still. Don't listen too loud, man. Press down to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. he's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was
This kind of
me
feels
he took
creepy,
orders from. Me
honestly.
he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Don't insult my bucket. Press F to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
I mean, it's interesting, but to
I'll
be
give it
fair,
this.
my
The
knowledge
bucket
is
does have a
limited.
nice
I
shine
am learning
to
though.
it.
That's great that you're still learning and making an effort to learn. It always just went like right over my head, honestly. Believe I'm real, don't you, Stan? You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press up to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say?
Oh, that's so bright. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry if you had a bright screen.
Transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press up to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my god, what am I saying?
This is
Better
kind
at
of creepy. I
carrying
got
water
Wi-Fi
from
working.
room to
Oh, that's
room.
great.
It's a bucket.
I'm glad
it's
it
literally
worked.
just
It's
a
finally
bucket.
working.
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's
Just the
so
way they
much
know.
more than just a regular bucket?
At least you had a few minutes to chill. Well, press A to go home and work. Go home to work. Go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. Oh no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Oh my gosh. Look, the bucket's in my...
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Why did that creep me out? Hold on, that's actually really creepy. Go back to work, Stanley. Did it restart the game? Again? Is it a new day? Okay, yeah, because there's the heaven ending.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Notice
What
me,
could it
Bucket
mean?
Senpai narrated
Stanley
sound as having
decided to go to the
obsession.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed it.
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all?
No, I'm not.
No, surely not.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Yeah.
to his chest.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
We've heard most of this
Stanley had
dialogue
felt the
already,
bucket
so that's
calling
why
to
I'm
him,
like kind of
telling
running
him
through
that
it.
the
You stole your
employee lounge
bucket.
was
You
simply
did.
the
I had to
place
like
to
close my
be.
eyes. I got kind of
And
spooked.
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door.
You know,
in his
I was
left
kind of
to go
surprised
back
that
to
I
the
was
meeting
able to
room.
find a bucket that looked really similar and put it on my head. I was really
No.
happy.
Said the bucket.
So many
Don't
unsettling
go to the
endings
meeting
ever
room.
since we
Go
lost the
somewhere
original
else.
bucket.
The cargo lift.
That's
yes.
the truth.
Go there.
So
Go to the
true.
cargo lift.
It's been feeling
Good,
kind of
said the
creepy
bucket.
whenever
Now
after we
ride the
lost
lift
the
all
original
the way to
bucket
the
coon.
top. There's
I'm just
something
gonna
up
be
there I
working.
need you
Have
to
a
do.
nice stream.
Stanley did
Thank
not
you,
question
Treeheart.
why or how this bucket
No,
was
thank you for
speaking to
coming
him.
in as well. I
It
still
should have
really
alarmed him,
appreciate
of course,
it.
because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the
I think the
bucket
narrator is putting this insanity into my head right now, where I'm going crazy, which is probably why it's been like...
In here.
asked, said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once
Here.
again obeyed blindly.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then I...
Now pick up the phone.
Said the...
Yank.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk.
It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
It sounds like whenever
you see-
like
oh,
somebody
goodness.
insults you and
I
they're
must have
like,
really
it's a
bungled
funny
up the
joke,
delivery if you
okay?
actually
Like,
took me
don't be
seriously. Where did I
offended.
mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Oh my god.
It's
Are you gonna
sitting
watch
right
another
here.
video?
Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny."
I'm Dunny
Let's
with
practice
the
screaming,
funny.
"I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. Okay, I said it. I'm Dunny with the funny. Alright. Can I go now?
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
What the hell?
An effective
Did
survey
Fawn
should be no
just
less
yell?
than 10 pages
I'm
long
not gonna
and should
scream
include
it.
the
I
same
have
question reprinted several
neighbors.
times, just to
Plus, I
ensure
don't
the
wanna peek
survey
my
taker
mic.
is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Reign supreme. Alright.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Oh, Jesus, why did that scare me? I thought he was gonna teleport me. I thought he was gonna teleport. I looked away, came back, and some fever dream of comedic timing play helped. Honestly, I have no idea what went on
I
either.
can feel it. This time, I'm really going to
I
nail
also
the
need an
delivery.
explanation.
You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd.
How
what
ridiculous.
a hilarious
How absurd.
concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. But I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Let's see. Y'all think I should use a fake voice? Should I talk like this? Should I talk like this? I don't even know if my mic can pick up that. Because I talk too quiet, I think. I should talk like this. Probably not. D&D Dungeon Masters be like...
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit, which culminates in this scene with the phone.
I don't like walking into black rooms.
But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling.
Oh, that's so sad.
I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
I'm gonna walk away for a moment. If Bucket comes back, tell me. I will. I promise. Is he really gonna make us watch this video again?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the Bucket came to
I was like, why am I short? I realized I was pushing on the trigger.
On the left.
I'll make sure to yell super loud. Should I follow it? Should I go back to right? Follow right. Follow right. I don't know. I don't know. I think in the original ending it made you follow the directions and it just glitched out really bad in the left door.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
A host around 8. Oh, that's so
you love
sweet.
the Bucket so much, it's like you, it's as though all of your other most prized possessions
It's so sweet. I wish I, like, got, like, host notifications. I don't know why I don't get those. It's so sweet.
You are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a Bucket you are.
I was checking out all the mod view stuff and noticed that.
It's in the delivery.
Gotcha.
Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale...
Oh, right.
What's another word to describe a Bucket?
I thought you meant the hood. Yeah. My notification, yeah, they were super sweet and they rated us, which I was super thankful for. It was one of Antinode's people, like one of Antinode's friends and suggestions, and they suggested that they come and raid me, and they did, and I was super thankful and super happy because they seem like really nice people. Everyone who came was extremely nice, and I was really happy. Super thankful for Node as well, for being such a supportive friend. I gotta stop being super cheesy, but I shall not. Alright, so there was that ending.
All of his co-workers were
I'm scared if I would have gone through the...
mean?
Should I try that
Stanley
again,
decided
but
to
go
go
through
to
the
the
right
meeting
door
room.
again?
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a
not
connection to
sure.
all buckets everywhere. This adventure,
But then we'd
he
have to go
decided,
through the
was for
entire thing
all of
over
them.
again. Alright.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Let's see.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting
Where was
room?
the one where the
yes,
two
Stanley.
doors?
No, never mind.
With
The
the
bucket was wrong.
doors.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Oh no, okay, I remember how to get there now. I had to start over. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, I was quiet because I was thinking really
What could
hard.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. What new mysteries
So
lay in
I
store for our
gotta-
bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find
Gotta
out.
jump off the
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
This was not
carrier
the correct
thing,
way
and
to the
that should
meeting
lead
room.
me to the two
But Stanley had
doors.
felt the
I
bucket
wonder what
calling
ending
to him,
those will lead
telling
to.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to
See
be.
here.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be
I
correct?
also need to go
No,
through the vent.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the
You
door
don't
on his
need to be
left
sad,
to go back to the
Barry.
meeting
I'm
room.
sorry. Don't be sad.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
I'm gonna
Go
do the
somewhere
vent
else.
first.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I'm gonna do the vent one first. Because that one was kind of creepy last time I remembered it. This is different. Vents, I know, I'm a bit sussy. I'm sorry. Please, nobody quote me on that.
This is day number 295.
I feel like that
Take
word gets
number.
banned. It's gonna be my fault.
I don't even know.
No,
I
I'm not
lost
gonna
track.
ban that word.
Nothing feels real anymore.
Somebody else.
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything
Too late, already
makes.
quotes.
The sheer
I was trying to teach Fonz how to clip
euphoria
earlier.
I
I'm surprised
feel
that he didn't try to clip that.
every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's
To be
always
honest, your stream
the
is literally the
same
only time I ever
feeling.
say that.
And the emptiness
I'm
in
a
my
bit
chest
sussy, Luella
when I set
2022.
it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I
This guy
see
has a
the
bucket
world
obsession.
so
The guy has a
differently
bucket
when this
problem.
bucket is in my
Bucket?
arms.
Bucket?
Why everything feels so.
Ooh,
What do I
what's
do
with that
with
breathing?
this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes.
huh? Your chat has
It's
bucket problems too.
unthinkable the amounts of money people
Also,
will pay
you have a
for
bucket on your
even
head,
just
like-
an hour with the bucket.
Hey, don't call me out.
This
We got problems
is
too.
my golden ticket.
I
But I
mean,
have to be
that's
careful,
true. I'm
because
not
as
gonna
soon as
deny
this gets
it.
out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now,
When we do
I
it,
don't
it's
know
cute.
who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
This is kind of creepy.
Camporata.
I'm so glad I didn't jump scare. I was too shocked. I couldn't. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket.
This is a
And
bucket.
indeed it was. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But
Gave
Stanley
me
had felt the
chills.
bucket
Not this.
calling to
I just
him,
watched the
telling
beginning of The
him that
Conjuring. My
employee
soul literally left
lounge
my
was simply the
body. I'm
place
so
to be.
sorry.
And here it was. Had
Oh,
the
I'm
bucket
so
turned
sorry,
out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was
Didn't mean
wrong.
it. That kind of freaked me out
Stanley
too,
took the door on his
honestly. So at
left
least you
to
weren't
go back to the
alone.
meeting
You weren't
room.
alone in that. I think it kind of made all of us
No,
like, what
said
the
the
hell?
bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
The
cargo
only
lift, yes.
horror movie
Good,
that I
said the
saw
bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the
was,
top.
I think,
There's
The
something up there I
Conjuring.
need you to do.
Is a horror
Stanley
movie
did
that
not
revolves
question why
around
or
the
how this
family
bucket
and the
was speaking to
house,
him.
like the
It should have
haunted
alarmed
house
him,
and
of
stuff like
course,
that. Is
because
that The
buckets
Conjuring?
can't talk. But Stanley chose
Apparently, I
not to
apparently
think
looked away
about
at
this
a good
obvious fact.
time.
He was firmly
There wasn't
convinced
any
that the
jump
bucket
scare,
had spoken to
luckily.
him,
It
and
was just
he
kind of like creepy
unthinkingly did
talking.
whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what
Oh my
isn't
God.
a bucket? I suppose that would
that's so
explain a lot about your
mean.
behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my
Do I have an
goodness,
emotional
I
attachment
think we
to a
have
bucket
do
because
something
I don't know what a
about it.
bucket is?
This
Maybe.
misunderstanding could have dire consequences
Oh
on the
geez,
entire
Harold is
rest of the
going
game
adios.
if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Feels creepy. I don't know why. Okay. The Conjuring is about the creepy basement in the family's new house. I think that's the one that I saw. Or is this Frank the Bucket? Man, we gotta, I'm not sure.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right?
I
This should
kinda
tell
wanna
us
watch more
everything
horror
we'll ever need
movies.
to
I don't
know
ever
about
watch
what
them.
is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
This is a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What? That's cheating. It's like all the no it happens.
Item
here
2.
Goes.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Fonz, you're gonna be having to deal with me being like all scared and can't sleep and having nightmares.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect.
Wow.
This is a bucket.
When jump scares happened, all of our media production class pretty much died. That's amazing. Don't know buckets. Her movie
Item
night.
4.
Let's go.
Is this a bucket? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up?
God.
Absolutely incredible.
You'll have to buy
Let's
me
just
ice
move
cream
on
to
to
get
the
me to
next
watch
one.
horror movies, though. I want to watch them, but I need to be bribed to do it, so it's a really weird.
Is this a bucket?
This is not a bucket. Fine.
Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Call yourself an expert. OMG, I feel bad. Sam got me ice cream. Damn. I mean, Sam did give me cupcakes.
Trick question. Both.
And
Gotcha.
so I've been eating all the cupcakes. We gotta bribe you. I was going home to visit my parents
Item.
this weekend.
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me
How
see.
much
Should be
money you
around here
want?
somewhere.
Man, I need $1 million. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I
no,
don't
just,
appreciate the
like, I
implication
love
that
ice cream.
nothing
Ice
is a
cream's
bucket
amazing.
when
He
we
got me
both
ice
clearly
cream
know that
with
a bucket
brownies and
is
Cool Whip.
something, and therefore
Man,
nothing
that
could
sounds
possibly
really
be
good.
something.
Vanilla ice
Unless
cream
in
with
your
hot
twisted
brownies
mind
and Cool
have you
Whip.
somehow
So
convinced
tasty.
yourself that a bucket is
he
nothing?
hooked me up. He
Answer
really
me
did
straight,
hook you up.
Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Oh wait, you weren't there? You didn't get to have them? Oh, that's so sad. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective.
This place is kinda
What is
creepy.
a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I
Well,
could answer
I
these
was
questions
there
with confidence.
earlier,
And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
but
Do
like
any of us
not there
know
for
what
the
a
dessert
bucket
time.
is?
Oh, that's.
Am I a bucket?
Well, I see. I was follower 10. Yeah,
Stanley,
you
I
were,
can't keep
Antina.
doing this.
You were
I'm
actually
losing
like one of
myself,
my
and myself
first
was all I ever had to
followers
begin with.
before like I really
I'm afraid
became
the bucket
like
is threatening to
active
tear our relationship apart. I can't have
on
that. I'm sorry.
Twitch.
But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
I wasn't paying attention to what was
What
happening.
happened? Is everything
I
gone?
don't know what follower
Why
I
did everything
was.
disappear? Wait, was everything
Yeah,
bucket?
I stopped.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
I started
My
keeping
God,
count,
I had
and
no
I was like,
idea.
I should keep count
How
of
could-
all of them. But then I'm like,
except me.
wait, that would take up a lot of
I'm
space.
not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're
Bucket?
still here.
Bucket?
You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
We are buckets.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't
You
change
know,
the
I'm really
fact
sad
that we
because
haven't got
apparently
a
the
game.
whiteboard ending
So,
is
tell you
one of the
what,
other endings
I'll
that could
reset
have the
everything,
bucket, but
and
the
we'll put
bucket
back all of the buckets, okay?
wasn't present because
And
we had
we'll
to
know
use the
that it's
escape
all
pod.
a bucket.
Yeah, top
But if you run
100 when
into
I started
anyone else,
streaming,
maybe
and it
don't
was hella
mention that.
spam.
Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
You need to add me to that list, Kenna Senpai. You went out of the top 100 anyways. You need to add me to it. I want to be on your top 150.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Alright.
meeting room. Perhaps he had...
Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I
All right.
love that bucket.
I love it too. Alright, so we are going to, because we can't do the heaven ending. I'm going through my list of endings. Yeah, I have my top 100 if I start streaming. This house spam. My Twitch days are over. If I start streaming, it'd be on this
Stanley
account.
clung
Fresh
the
start.
bucket to his
Gotcha.
cheek.
I'll follow that
Could
account
his
then.
co-workers really all be gone?
How about that?
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it.
Y'all
We've
scream.
escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done.
Is it, or is it just an
the bucket
image?
wondered to itself.
The building
Perhaps
is just
if it
an
had seen
image
its own darkness
of
with a clearer perception. This was way too
it's a
much
fake
for Stanley.
building.
What are you talking about?
There's
he
no
screamed.
building here,
You're a
man.
bucket! To this,
Are
the
you
bucket
real? Am I
furrowed
real?
its
Are we
brow.
all in a simulation?
No,
Is this
said the
government
bucket.
plot?
Not
It's
since
too
the
late for
evil
this.
wizard
I'm refuting.
Gamharata first ensnared me in his machinations
I
as
already
payback
have
for
made
the
her
sacred
deja
amulet I
vu.
stole from his treasured vaults. I was young
Also,
back
so
then
I was
and could not
looking
conceive the
up-
ramifications of...
Wow, the
Stanley screamed even louder this time. This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid!
That's so weird.
Why are we even doing
Oh
this?
dear me, it's 10 p.m.
As Stanley
We're gonna
screamed
watch
and
Mr.
screamed and
Robot, I
screamed,
guess.
the bucket revealed its true form,
I watched the first
transforming into a
season, but then
mighty
whenever I
beast of
found out that the
untold
dude that I
power.
liked was
Its
dead,
fangs
or that
glistening
he
like-
didn't exist, I was so upset.
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket.
Will I get in trouble?
Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and
Will I
knew the
get in trouble if I show
incantations to
that?
summon their true power. Otherwise,
Wait,
we would
hold
have
on.
easily been
Will I get in
overwhelmed by
trouble
the
if I show
bucket's
that?
power. I'm speechless. You've
I mean, it's not
demonstrated such
actually like a
bravery here
dead
today.
body.
Come, let's restart the game,
bucket.
and we'll agree to never again go
I like how,
trifling with
will I
this
get in trouble if I
bucket,
show that and
nor
I
the
immediately
dark
zoom in on
magic
it?
cast away
Okay, you're
inside
fine,
of it.
alright. It's an inanimate object. I got scared for a second, I'm like, wait, I don't want to get in trouble. Also, so I was doing some
All of his
research.
co-workers were gone. What
Well,
could
the
it mean?
narrator was rambling.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
And the reason
Perhaps he had simply
why,
missed
or
a
I would
memo.
have to go through a few of the normal endings in order to get this door to unlock again and get the rest of the endings. And I don't know if I really...
When Stanley
Let me,
came
like,
to a set
speed
of
run a
two
few
open doors, this
endings
was
and see
not
if
the
it'll
correct
open
way
back
to the
up.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Because, like,
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
I have
employee
to
lounge
unlock
first,
a few
just
normal
to admire
endings, or do a few normal endings before
was
that will
okay.
unlock again. I hope that's what it is.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley
You can
took
play
the
zombie
first
killing
open door
games
on
on
his
here,
left.
but you're fine. OMG, I had a heart attack. Why did you have a heart attack? What's wrong?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
I
years
thought I
ago.
started my exam on accident. Oh no!
But in his
I'm gonna
eagerness
go to
to
bed.
prove that
Night,
he is in
Noah, and
control of
chat.
the
This game
story
is so
and no one gets to
confusing.
tell him what to do,
Oh, good night,
Stanley
Ink. Thank you
left
for
from the
stopping by and
platform
chatting. I hope you have a
plunged to
good
his
sleep.
death.
Have a good
Good
night.
job,
Thanks for
Stanley.
talking. I really
Everyone
enjoyed it
thinks
when you
you
come
are
and
very
talk.
powerful.
I thought I wasted my exam time. God, that would have been horrifying. I would have cried if I wasted my exam
Already
time.
this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
That's a different one. Alright, let me go like speed run a few endings to see if I can get that door to unlock. When is the
Stanley
next
came
bucket
to a
arc?
set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct
If
way to
I
the meeting room,
can
and Stanley
get
knew
this,
it perfectly well. Perhaps he
finish,
wanted to stop by
like
the
get
employee
that
lounge
room
first,
back open,
just to admire
then
it.
tonight is the last night
It
that
was
I'll be
okay.
playing this Stanley Parable with the bucket arc.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
sorry
open
for the
door on his
crisis.
left.
You're fine.
Stanley
Kenna.
was so bad at following directions, it's
If I
incredible he
can't
wasn't
get this
5 years
unlocked,
ago.
then I might have like a really short, like 20-30
Look,
minute
Stanley, I
stream or
think
something
perhaps
like
we've
that.
gotten
Hey,
off on the
anyways,
wrong
now
foot
time for
here.
bed. So good
I'm
luck,
not your
vlog.
enemy, really, I'm
Up
not.
tomorrow, Twitter.
I realize that investing
Alright,
your
have a
trust
good
in
night,
someone
Ink.
else can be
Sleep
difficult,
well.
but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
All right.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Those are a few quick ones. Let me...
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
So the two endings where I jumped off, those lead to two different endings, which is why I did them.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What is another ending I can do that won't take too long?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
gotta take
a
my
wave
exam.
of
I have deleted
disbelief,
an hour.
Stanley decided to go
already.
up to his boss's office,
have a good
hoping he
exam. Good
might
luck with
find
your
an answer
exam.
there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
if I'm
boss's
not crying.
office.
No, don't cry. I'm gonna be trying to get this freaking thing done.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
If not, good night, have a good rest of your stream. Alright, can I have good night? Sleep well, good luck on your test. Let me know how it goes.
Calming new age music.
Listen to this calming new age music before you go and take your exam.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
Alright,
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice. That would be nice. So, I'm just gonna try and get through a bunch of endings real quick. Maybe I can do the heaven one again, and that will count. And then, I mean, wait, no, the heaven one I had to restart. I don't know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind Control Facility. And I'm just gonna jump off the edge. And, like, I think he goes on, like, a little ramble, and then I should be... Yeah.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome!
Thank you.
Back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you.
New endings
anyway,
with the bucket
when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something.
I'm gonna try to get like maybe 2 or 3 more endings, and then I will. If I can't get them, then I'm just gonna call it quits on the bucket.
Bottom of the Mind Control Room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates.
But it's
Isn't
not
that what you
open, so it doesn't give me access to a few of them.
Always more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you.
Superliminal. How was that? I remember you were talking about it a lot. How was Superliminal?
Good job. You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Thank you.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful.
It's still making my head hurts.
Used to be a bug.
Oh, I'm sorry,
now
you made your head hurt.
Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Glad you liked
Good job, you did it.
I'm just vibing to the new song, you know? I mean, we heard it before, but I still like it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And it's still closed. Oh, dang. Alright, let's see here. Maybe I will go...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I recommend
Perhaps he
it.
wanted to stop by the employee
So,
lounge
is
first,
it a
just to
puzzle
admire
solving
it.
game? Because I remember you were talking
It was
about it
okay.
in one of my other streams, but
Eager to get back to business,
all you told
Stanley
me, you
took
told
the
me just
first
to
open door on his
find
left.
out on my own. So is it a puzzle solving
Stanley was so
game?
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What do you mean? I'm not fireable. Can't fire me. Yeah, puzzles. Gotcha.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've
watch
been
a
through, and it all
video
turns out I'm
later
just a
on
tape
of it.
recording. It was
Yeah,
all
we could. I
just in
think that would be a
Stanley's
good,
head.
like, way to
I
see
bet
what
that's
it
the
looks
kind
like.
of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every
So you
time
get
you
an
watch a
idea of what
movie
it
where it
is.
turns out
Yeah, I
all to be in the
agree.
main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling.
Narrator
It must be so
dialogue,
simple to be
narrator
you.
dialogue.
Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights.
All these narrated
How much more
dialogues.
exciting you must find the world than the rest of
Let's
us
see
do.
here.
Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
It's all my fault. Wow. Wow, that's so rude. Oh, it's ringing.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Oh, that was different. That's cool. So let's see here. And it's got co-op mode. Oh, that's really cool.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Alright, I'm
Perhaps
gonna
he wanted to stop
try
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
one of the door
okay.
endings. One of the...
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What did the maintenance room do again? Where did the maintenance room... When you went down there, where did it take you? I forgot.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm sorry, I'm a rebel.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
I'm
I don't know how to
sorry.
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see
Oh,
that
yeah,
I really
this is the
have
one
wanted
that's,
you
like,
to
really
be happy all
depressing.
this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Alright, my guy.
And I think, well, I think I have a solution.
Let's do this, my
Here,
guy.
Let me show you.
Alright, is this the one where it brings you to, like, the... Oh, yeah.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes.
And
Oh,
then-
it's beautiful, isn't it?
I'm very
If we-
sorry that
no,
I'm speedrunning through
where are
this
you going?
part, because I'm just trying to get the new content door to unlock again.
Oh, no.
I'm not
Stay
sure
away
if I'm
from
doing
those
it
stairs.
the right
If you
way.
hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Let's see.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Please, Stanley.
No! Oh, no.
Okay, this is gonna be really depressing, y'all.
Stanley, please, I'm asking you
don't
not
look
to
at it.
take
Don't
this away
look
from
away.
me. I can't go back to what
This
I
is
was
gonna be
before.
depressing.
If you die,
He's gonna
we'll
make you feel
both go
so
back.
bad.
Why are you doing this?
I'm doing this for the content.
Stanley,
Aw.
let's go back to the other room. My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game?
No, I like your
That you'll
game.
throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
No, I like
You
your
were literally
game.
willing to kill yourself to keep me
But
from
I
being
like your
happy.
game.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, you're not.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
If after
guess
this
that was too
ending,
much
I
to
hope this
ask.
ending will trigger the new
It
content
looks
door.
like
I
you
really
wanted to
hope
make a
it will.
choice after all.
I'm sorry I keep talking about
Well,
it.
this
It's just
one is yours.
I thought it was gonna be open whenever I came back into the game, which kind of makes me a little sad.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh, how sad. Mm.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new
Oh,
space
okay,
he
we've
felt
heard this
safe in,
before.
that he would never leave it again in his life.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, because that ending, I've gone through a few of the normal endings, and because that ending didn't trigger the new content door to open, you know, my previous gameplay, we had that new content door open and accessible, and I did go through it and I did explore it, but there was like one or two endings that I did not get to see, and they're kind of more of like a gag joke ending. Like, I know one has to do with the infinity hole, and the other one, I think you just bring the bucket into the sequel ending and he'll make a comment about how now there's two buckets. Don't mean to make spoilers, but anyways, because I'm not entirely sure how long it'll take for me to unlock those doors, because I unlocked them in my first stream and it took about 2 hours for me to unlock the doors in my first stream by going through all the normal endings, and I don't want to spend 2 hours trying to unlock the doors again, because I feel like that would be quite tedious, considering that I've already did that before, and I don't want like people who are rewatching my streams to get bored and tired. So I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I only streamed for an hour and a half, but you know, I still think that was a pretty good time, and we got to experience a lot of cool bucket endings, which I enjoyed a lot. I love the new content of the bucket endings. I enjoyed listening to the new dialogue and see how the different endings turned out. You know, I think the Stanley Parable team has this weird fascination with buckets. Somebody has something going on in their head that has them fascinated with buckets. But anyways, I hope that if it's night for you, that you have a good night, and if it's day, that you had a good day. And thank you so much for coming and watching my stream. You know, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope I'll see you all later. Bye bye.